Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depends on where you are in the world. My name is Deepali, and I'm so honored to be here today with Pune. A little bit introduction about myself is I'm a network director for Women Who Code Vancouver, Canada chapter. About little bit about my professional life, so you know me a bit. I work in an identity and access management domain, securing digital identities. A company called Ping Identity as a product owner here in Vancouver. I'm super stoked, super excited, feeling honored to be here today. And I'll be speaking with Pooneh Mokari. Let me actually give a bit of introduction about Pune. So, Pooneh Mokari is a site reliability engineer at Criteo in Paris, France. Yeah, you heard it right. Beautiful city, Paris, France. We all love it. Her background is in computer science. She has done university from Sorbonne University, France. She likes to share her journey and motivates other women to join the tech industry. She's also an immigrant from Iran. I'm really honored and feeling stoked to be speaking with Pune today. Welcome, Pune, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing your experience with Women Who Code community. We are really excited to have you here. Can you tell us more about your career journey? What was it's like? Some background about you.
Yes, of course. So, hello everyone. I'm Pooneh, and I'm very happy to be here today to talk about the different things, to just share my experience. So, about my journey, actually, fortunately, from age of 18, I was studying computer engineering in Iran, and then I moved to France. And I continue still as computer engineering in Sorbonne University in France. And in my bachelor, I was studying hardware engineering, and in my master, I was studying network engineering. Both of them were not really close to software engineering. So I was suffering a bit that why I'm not doing coding, and maybe I missed something. So for the first job, I just joined the company as a network engineer. And then I moved to Criteo, where I am working now as a site reliability engineer. Yeah, that is my journey.
Awesome. That's that's quite a journey, I would say. I mean, starting from computer science background and like moving from networking to site reliability engineer. That's really interesting to know. So I also noticed something on your LinkedIn profile. So you have also worked as system and network engineer, and then now you have within Criteo you have moved to site reliability engineer. Um, I'm just curious, are these the same profiles or like they are different from each other?
So honestly, they are not exactly same, but they are not really far. As a site reliability engineer, or in some company we call it DevOps, you are doing some kind of network and system engineer, but you are trying to automate everything. So you need to know coding and use the coding skills to just implement your knowledge. So it is obvious that you still need your knowledge, but you should know how to do the coding and how to implement that knowledge. So I can say that in different site reliability engineering teams in our company, I found many people coming from software engineering background, and I found people who were coming from network or system or operation engineering. So I can say from both backgrounds, you can come to this job, which is super interesting because somehow it's combination. If you are doing now network engineering, don't be worried because you are one of the future site reliability engineers.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. So when you say interesting, do you want to elaborate on that side? Like, what's the part of the job that you find really interesting?
Yeah, so honestly, when I was doing network engineering, always I was thinking that if I'm not really doing coding, maybe I will miss something in the near future because everything is based on coding, everything is based on software, computer. And I was a bit afraid that why I'm not doing coding in my daily job. The good thing about site reliability engineering or DevOps is that you are somehow on the middle of these things. So part of your job is doing coding, and so in the future you can just move to any other team, any other company which need software engineer. And part of your job is knowing the knowledge and having the knowledge and doing the operation things and just help your team to have all of these things. So I can say that these various tasks make me feel that I'm not doing something very repetitive. And every new task that I have is really something, it's really new adventure for me. So I like this thing about my job.
Cool. That sounds really fun and interesting to me as well. Awesome. Thanks for the answer. I'm also wondering, so what we have also seen that a lot of people do not come from the coding background. And I think you said that for the site reliability or a DevOps engineer, you need to know some coding aspect. So what do you suggest to those people? Like, can they move to DevOps or site reliability engineer? If yes, then what would be the career trajectory or path for them?
Yeah, so from my point of view, I think that if you know the coding, even very basic things, so you can do coding for very basic tasks, it means that you have that knowledge and you should just somehow develop it. So you should just improve yourself. So if you have this chance to just get into the company as a DevOps or site reliability engineer, for sure, in a very, very short time, you can improve your coding skills, because in your daily life, you need to do coding, and by doing, of course, you will learn a lot. So if you can somehow pass the interviews of the DevOps and site reliability engineering, because of course you will have some coding interviews which are not super difficult, but you need that knowledge. If you can pass it, just go. And if you think that you still miss a bit, I mean, even that's basic things, I suggest that you start. There are lots of websites. You just start, and you have that basic computer engineering knowledge, and you should just start it to just do coding. I know at the first it seems very weird, but I mean, you will grow well very fast.
Right. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, because most of the people, especially women, we are just, like scared of trying and stepping the foot into it. It may not be that difficult. We just probably, I don't know, some people don't are not comfortable doing it. So that's a really good message. Thanks for that. Just go out there, do it. It's not that difficult. You can do it.
Yeah.
And it's also fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. On that point, I'm also wondering, so sometimes there might be a situation when we start on a project or with a team and probably a tech stack, right? And then we people don't like it. Have you experienced anything like that? Like, is your company supportive of you moving from a project to another project?
Yes, actually, I was experiencing a lot, because when I started my job, I didn't have any idea what is the real world in tech. And I was just studying in university for the student project. I was doing something, but it was not real. So in my first experience, I really found myself very confused about this fact that what am I doing here? Do I really like the things that I'm doing? So when I moved to Criteo, in the interviews, they have mentioned the very, very interesting fact that now I'm very happy to work in such a company, which is we have a program in our company which is called Voyageurs, which means traveling in English. And it means that for 2 weeks, you can just talk with your manager and the manager of any other team in the company and convince them that I want to join you to just experience. Maybe you don't like it, maybe you will love it. So it will open a new door for you. I think that is super brilliant idea, because it gives value to the company from one side, because they never remove someone and someone just exit company because they don't like their job. No, never. It can happen because they have always a space in our same company. And also for the people, it is super interesting because they can stay more, because honestly, the working can become very repetitive. So when you can have this opportunity to do it like 2 times, 3 times per year, even if you don't move completely, you know new people, you will learn a lot from new teams. And I think that's super interesting. If someone can just do it in their own company, I just suggest you.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's a good good, I would say, a policy in order to support one's career, not just women, like men, anybody, right? It's just a very good policy to have. That's good to know. So you said, what am I pronouncing it right? Voyageur?
Yeah, true.
Sorry, I learned something new today. So is that Voyager? I'm wondering, does it have any? Can you do it? How often can you do it? Like, can you do it twice a year or once a year? Is there any restriction like that?
So really there is no restriction. For sure you cannot just move and move, because then you will not even do anything. For sure you cannot do it, but there is not really restriction on it. And even we are really encouraged from our managers to do it, because then you will come back even to your team with the new things. You will learn a lot about the teams which are around, and you will come back with a new spirit. So even they are suggesting us do it at least once per 6 months, which is super cool. So twice per year. And if you really like something, some department, even the people of that department, you can just join them. And I find it super interesting, especially for example, women who are working in tech companies, but are not really doing engineering things. So I think there is no way for them to understand and experience these things. They are seeing lots of engineers around themselves, but they don't really understand what they are doing. So by just these 2 weeks, because we don't have any restriction about even department, they can come from HR to engineering side to just experience. I find it super interesting, even for people who are just scared of changing completely their journey in their life. So it can really open a door for whole of your life to just understand that maybe I can become a good engineer. So yeah, that is the fact that we don't have any restriction.
Cool. That sounds really interesting. One more question on the Voyager program. So do you want to tell us how your experience has been going through the Voyager program yourself, and also how one should go about it? Like women, because as women, we usually don't, like speaking out and raising our voices and stuff like that. So how specifically a woman should, say, I want to change? How should they go about the program?
Well, I find it not very difficult, because when your manager even said that you should do it, then you just look around, what are the interesting things. For my case, I didn't do it yet, but for example, I started to discuss with the other teams. I was always wondering that if I like to go in the future to the managing side of engineering, or I want to stay. And exactly, we have the same department. I talked with them. They were super open to just I go there and see what are they doing. Maybe even I am not very beneficial for them for 2 weeks, but it will make one good manager maybe for them in the near future, or even for me, it will open a door. So I think it is not really difficult for anyone to say that I need a change. And because at the first, the idea is just to experience it just for 2 weeks and not more than that. And if you really feel that you love it, because you can just understand it by experiencing. So if you really feel that you love it, you can just change it. I mean, after with a procedure, which is maybe a bit longer, but this fact that it is easy, it is without any official thing. You just need to go to your manager. I want to leave for 2 weeks to the other team. It's super interesting as a culture in one company.
Right. Okay. And also very important for one's career growth, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to raise your voice than stuck in a career or a role that you don't like.
Exactly. And one other thing about is this fact is that even, for example, one team doesn't have a expert in one specific team in their project. they can just tell the others that, yeah, we need someone who is expert about these things. So it can even make in company in general faster, because if you need one expert, you don't wait to find someone from outside. You just look around in the other teams. If someone is really ready to do something for you, you just ask them. So I think it's really win-win for every side, and I really like it.
Right. Awesome. Cool. Thanks for explaining that to our audience. Thank you. So moving on, I think for our community, like, can you also share how Criteo has supported your career growth as an engineer or coder?
Yeah. So there are many ways that I find Criteo very super interesting as a place to work. The first thing is that we have access to lots of courses, free to just go and discover what are these courses. And we can just learn new things every time that we need. We just ask our manager that I need a pause, I want to learn something new, and I will come back with a new spread, with new ideas, which is super interesting. The other things which I find super interesting is that we have lots of communities in Criteo. We have community for everyone. So we have community for women, we have community for LGBTQ, we have community for parents. And by this community, it means that every time that you feel you have something to say, you just tell them, and you will tell it to people who are interested in. And this means sharing. This is super valuable for a company, that people start to talk about different things, because this gives idea to the company at first, and then to the other people, to the managers. And for example, for my case, I had this opportunity to talk about the women in general in R&D as engineers for all the people. So it really raised awareness on this topic again, to understand what we can really do to have more women in R&D, and what we can give as a value to the society in general to attract more girls to the tech industry.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there is a need for women in tech in general.
Yeah.
We are always very less women in tech. Cool. It's always good to have support from the communities.
Yeah.
Is there any specific initiative that you would like to share from your experience, an initiative of a community that you really thought was really helpful in terms of like a personal growth or a career growth or professional growth or anything?
Yeah, the first thing that I'm not very old in the working, so maybe it's everyone know it, but I always tell my ideas, and maybe it's just valuable for just one person, but I will tell it. So don't never be afraid of doing new things, because tech industry is for the future. And I believe that we should try new things, because there are many things to learn. And if we just stuck in one thing and think that, okay, I don't want to go outside of my comfort zone. No, I mean, it's not the fact about the tech, because it's very fast and you should be fast about it. So I will suggest not really be afraid to change a bit, to, for example, go from network to coding to network. There are lots of new things to learn. And I believe that just going outside your comfort zone means a lot, and then you will learn a lot. Lots of doors will open after that. So first I migrated, really lots of doors now are open to me. And then, for example, I changed my career a bit. So I always believe that by doing this, even you make your network bigger. For example, you will meet lots of new people, which is very interesting. And yeah, I believe that the most important thing is that to not be afraid about new things in tech, especially. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's a really good message. So, women who code community, don't be afraid. Just go out there and try what you love doing.
Yeah, and also what I think is important, because this talk was specifically for the women, is that the women who are actively working as engineer in tech companies are role model for all the women who are now afraid of coming to this tech, this industry in general. So I mean, as a role model, you can do a lot. You can just tell your experience, and then lots of people will love it because they want to just hear it from one woman, not all the time from the man. So you can just, I believe that if all of us start to share what we are experiencing, then people will find out that, yeah, the tech industry is really cool to work. So maybe there is not really very clear image about how is it working as an engineer in tech companies when you are a woman. And I believe if we just start to talk about it, start to share our experience, it can really impact in general the society, and maybe in the very near future we will have more women in tech.
Definitely. So on that continuation with that, this the answer that you gave. So I'm also wondering, like, someone, do you have any recommendation for someone who would like to start their career journey as an engineer or as in the computer science in general? Like, should they go from a boot camp or anything from your experience? How should they actually, try get into tech?
For my case, I was a study computer engineering, so I didn't change a lot, but I found women, men from different backgrounds coming to tech, because actually tech now is going to lots of different fields. It's not just about very complicated things. It's everywhere. And when you have different background, even it is more valuable for the tech companies because they need people with the new ideas, new spirit. So if you are studying something, I mean, very different from tech, for sure, this can help in your career for sure. So I just suggest that don't be afraid that it is super complicated for you. No, never. I mean, all of us are smart enough to do the things in tech, so like coding. We just need to practice. So if you have this opportunity to just go for a bootcamp, never, I mean, never do it late. So start very fast and just put maybe 1 year, and then you will see that lots of new doors will be open for you. So I just suggest not be afraid. I mean, just start it by doing bootcamp, or I don't know, some courses which are maybe even less than 1 year, like for 3 months, 6 months, and talk with the other engineers and listen to them. There are lots of free videos on YouTube, specifically for tech and technical things. There are many videos on YouTube that you can even start with them. So just start and see if you like it. Just join us. I mean, it's super interesting to work as an engineer. So yeah, that's
Right.
what I wanted to say.
I was just so involved listening to your answer that you're such an inspiration, Pune. I would say that, and it's so good to listen. It's so energetic to hear these from you. That in fact, I was like, yeah, it's actually not that bad. We can actually try a boot camp or any course or whatever works for each individual, right? Awesome. Cool. Let's now probably talk about something other than work. What's that thing that excites you? Something outside work? What you love doing outside work?
Maybe people think that all the engineers are super geek. No, I'm not that geek. So in my extra time, sometimes I try to do like twice, 3 times per week, like yoga. And I like to go to the gym 3 times per week at least. I go to the gym. And also, I don't know, I mean, in Europe in general, people are really into do the hiking. So when I come to Europe, I started to do a bit climbing, hiking, going outside on the weekend. I don't know, doing board game with my friends, with my colleagues. So yeah, these things which are not very related to computer engineering, but
But fun, right?
yeah.
Cool. Canada is the same. People are very physically active here, which I
Yeah.
sometimes just find it, like, oh, I'm not that physically active. I should be.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Is there any pro tip? We are actually now reaching almost the end of our discussion. Is there any pro tip that you would like to share with our audience?
Yeah, as I said, I just want to ask to if you are engineer, just share your story with the other people. There are many people who are waiting for us to just tell them that how we are doing in the tech. So just share your story and find even the very small opportunities in even in your specific society, in your company, to just express yourself, because even if it doesn't inspire lots of people, but it will really raise awareness. There are many men who are just waiting for us that we express ourselves, and they understand what will be the perfect environment for everyone. So I mean, just be active if you are an engineer, be active in all the aspects. We can improve a lot our society, and now is the time, and now we have really role in the tech society, so maybe we can change a lot, step by step, for sure. But if I mean, we are few women in tech, but I believe that if all of us take an action, in the near future, we won't be very much less than the men.
Right. Yeah. Well said. Yeah. Just to summarize our discussion here, so guys who are listening to us, Women Who Code community, don't be afraid. Try out different career paths, try out different trajectories, try out different course availability systems that we have, like boot camp or online course or anything that works with you. Try things, as Pooneh said, that career in tech is not just limited to coding. There are other profiles as well, so you might as well try those out. So yeah, don't be afraid. From Pooneh, learning for today.
Definitely. Yeah. I know that, for example, now, as I said, tech is everywhere. So it is possible that, I don't know, there is one very super smart journal that, as a journalist, you are super valuable for them. So never be afraid and never think that you are not enough for them. Always they are open, because they need new ideas, and you can be super valuable for all the tech companies. So just join us.
Thanks for the beautiful answers and all these explanations. Thank you so much, Pooneh. I was also wondering, so if someone wants to reach out to you or wants to probably connect with you, how would you say they should reach out to you?
Okay. Yes. So yes, I'm definitely open to answer any of your questions if I can help. You can reach me out on the LinkedIn. My LinkedIn page is my name, so it's Pooneh Mokariasl, and if you see the Criteo name, it means that it's me. And on Instagram, it's Adventures with Pooneh, because sometimes I put some photos about my trips in general. But you can send me message in direct on Instagram, and also you can contact me via email, which is maybe the easiest way, which is p.mokariasl@criteo.com. All the way. I mean, I'm always open, and I will answer you as soon as possible that I can.
Cool. So people, if anybody wants to reach out to Pooneh, you can reach out to Pooneh on LinkedIn or Instagram, and her email address. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thanks for the discussion, and thanks for the answer, Pooneh. It was lovely speaking with you today.
Thank you. It was really my honor to be here, and I'm super excited to see what will be the result at the end, and what will be the ideas of the audience.
Right. Thank you. Yeah. Likewise. Thank you.